Well, let's find some function values. So we're given a function here, f of x is x squared over x minus 1, and we are tasked with finding and simplifying these various things. So we know that when we evaluate a function at a point here, so if I have anything in this position, I'm going to take this number and I'm going to put it everywhere that I see x in the function. So this is telling me, hey, this is the piece that I'm going to change around, and I'm going to sub in this number wherever I see x. So when we get down to this one, we're going to be putting 4x everywhere we see x here. And this one, we're going to put x minus 3 everywhere we see this. This is a little bit different, and we'll kind of look at that when we get there. But anyway, let's get going. So f of negative 3. So we're going to take this negative 3, and we're going to plop it everywhere we see x in the function f. So we got negative 3 up top squared over negative 3 minus 1, and we simplify. So we know negative 3 squared, that's 9. Negative 3 minus 1, that's negative 4. So that is it, and we're done. Okay, if we could simplify it, I mean, of course, we'd have to simplify it. I mean, just stylistically, we might want to put the negative in front. I don't think it really matters. We just definitely don't want to put it both in the numerator and denominator, but anyway, negative 9/4 is equal to negative 9/4, so on with it. So now we got f of 4x. So now we're going to just put 4x everywhere we see x in f. So we're going to put 4x in the numerator, square it. We got 4x in the denominator, and we simplify. I'm kind of running downhill there, looks like. Okay, so when we have a product and we square a product, we know we're going to square both of the factors of that product. So we've got 4 squared, which is 16, x squared, which is x squared, and then down on the bottom we got 4x minus 1, and we are done. So that is that. Okay, so now we got 4 f of x. This one's a little different, but it's in a way easier. We're just going to take the number 4 and multiply it by the function f of x. So here's our function f of x, right? F of x is this stuff. So we've got 4 times our function, so x squared over x minus 1. So what it probably wants us to do, I don't want to make this too busy, but I don't want to be blending things into each other. So anyway, all we have to do here is just probably put that in the numerator, and then we're finished. Because that's it, right? We're just taking 4 times our function. So hey, there's 4 times our function, and it simplifies down to that. So we've got 4x squared over x minus 1, and we're done with that one. So this guy is probably going to be the one that give us trouble. So we can get after it. But the same idea is still going on. So we're going to take whatever is in this position here, and we're going to put this in for x in our original function. So we can do that. We've got x minus 3 squared in the numerator because we've got to square it. And in the denominator, we've got x minus 3 minus 1. So now we can simplify that, and we do. The denominator is probably going to be easier to do in our heads. So we got x minus 3 minus 1, so that's going to be x minus 4. And depending on our comfortableness, I don't know. Depending on how comfortable you are squaring binomials, there's a nice little formula for this. Maybe I'll write it off to the side because it's useful, and I'm going to use it. So if I have any binomial and I square it, every single time, every single time it works out like this. And we know this. So we can just, apply it. So we got the first thing squared plus 2 times the product of both of the things, and then the second thing squared. So we got the first thing squared, so that's x squared. Oh, I should have switched back the color. Oh, it's too late. So lost track. So we square the first thing, then we have plus 2 times the product of the things. So we've got 2 times x times negative 3. So that's going to be a negative 6x. And we've got that guy squared, so that's plus 9. All right, and we are done. So I have a feeling that I may have confused some folks with this part. it's just a substitution, right? We're putting a as x, and we're putting b as -3, right? So anyway, we have done it.